wanted you to have this room.
I will use my own room. I've always been perfectly comfortable there. Come on.
I think you'd be comfortable there.
Why not?
Well, you know, Moose has moved in there, and he's not very tidy.
You always did have a thing for my room. Here, sit down.
I'll give you another shot at Money Hungry.
Why? I want. Gee, you look really comfortable, Todd. Why don't you lie down? Come on.
This isn't going to work, you know. I can't sleep and I can't breathe, and every time I think about either one of them, it just makes the whole thing worse.
Have you always had this much trouble sleeping?
Yes.
So, what upsets you so much about someone waking you up out of a nightmare?
I remember stuff.
Stuff?
Stuff about my father.
Yes?
I would wake up sometimes in midair, hoisted up by the collar of my pajamas, with my father's thumb and the second knuckle of his forefinger over my Adam's apple.
Why did you do that to you?
Why did he do that to me? Would you want to make sense out of this? Life doesn't make sense. He did it. He did it because he ran out of women that he could yell at. Or he was bored. Or the Dow had dropped a few points. And he did it to me once because it was raining. He dragged me into the kitchen and he pulled me over to the counter and he grabbed a tin container filled with uncooked rice. And he made a pile of uncooked rice in the center of the kitchen linoleum. And he pulled up the cuffs of my pajamas and he made me kneel in the pile of rice with my back straight, holding my ankles for 3 hours while he watched. And then, at first light, he finally fell asleep, so he fell out of his chair, and I had to crawl by him, hand over hand, until I got to the next room. And you want to know why? I did not know why. I was 6 years old. I don't know why. I will never know why.
How long did he continue that till you were how old?
Until I was tall enough to look him in the eye and... rice. Well, you asked. Happy homecoming.
Could have been worse. At least you told me what was going on. I'm gonna let you try to get some sleep.
Go down. Don't you go.
You want me to stay?
Yeah. Stay and talk, huh? Talk to me.
Talk about what?
Oh, I don't care anything. Who cares? The more boring, the better. You bore me to sleep.
Well, that would be a first.
I don't know, but it would be worth it.
You do have to get some rest. It's funny, I just remembered I used to have trouble sleeping too when I was a little girl. But I had my brothers to help me out.
Brothers? With an S? But you just had one. Jose?
They were actually half-brothers who lived with us when I was a little girl. See, my father was 13 years older than my mother. He had a whole other family before mine. Those boys were a lot older, but they lived with us, with me and Papi and Jose, till they left home when I was about 7 years old.
Sounds crowded.
But alive. And since I was a girl, I got to have my own room. It was more like a closet with just room for a bed and me on top of the bed. But, after my mom left, that room felt as big as a forest, and I was petrified to be in there alone, you know? I was scared of the thoughts running around in my brain, and I was afraid of falling into the hole I felt inside my stomach. Do you know me? I wouldn't tell anyone how terrified I was.
Probably a pretty good idea.
But one night, my older brother, Del, came into my room with a feather. It was a pigeon feather. He told me, no, he convinced me that it was the feather from the wing of my guardian angel. And that if I slept with that feather under my pillow, that my guardian angel would protect me.
Did it work?
Yeah. I mean, I dream about her. Draw pictures of her. She's got hands like my abuelita's. And she's got my mother's face. That angel was definitely there.
You know, it's funny that your nightmare's about being left alone, and my nightmare's about not being left alone. Because I'm never alone, you know, it's always there. That thing waits for me under the bed. Waits to catch me with my eyes closed so that it can rip me apart.
You're wrong. It's not there. It's not anywhere, Todd. It died. What you have to remember is not to give it new life inside yourself. It died. It died when your father died.